Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make torpedo food. So torpedo food is what we feed Crossbeak chickens when they can't eat. So basically it's a Play-Doh feeling of their food that we can just plop into their mouth. See? This is Chippy Chip. She's a Crossbeak. See? She's so sweet though. So, without further ado, here we go. So, the ingredients you need are 2 large eggs. Avian Health Shake is what we use. It's got all these different ingredients for her health and everybody else's health. Then we have feed flour, which is basically their food, their regular food, just ground up into very, very fine, And then we have coconut oil. So, first of all, and the utensils that you're going to need to use are a spoon and a fork and a medium size. First, you take the coconut oil, and if it's not in the summer that you're making this, then you might want to heat it up. So you take the spoon, you get a decent sized scoop like this, you plop it in there, and then we put it in the microwave for about 5 or 10 seconds, however long you need to melt it. So I will come back to you in just a second. Alright, so now that the coconut oil is melted, you want to wait for just a couple seconds before you add the eggs, so that the coconut oil doesn't cook up the eggs. So when you do put the eggs in, you're going to want to beat them up to make them look like you're going to make scrambled eggs, but you're just making it for the chickens. Okay. So the way that's good. So you crack the eggs open. You put it in. And after you crack the eggs, you want to make sure you wash your hands. Okay, so now that you've washed your hands, you want to break up the egg yolk. And mix the coconut oil and the eggs together with the fork. So you don't need the spoon anymore. Well, you don't need the spoon yet. Anymore, I think. So, once it looks like this, you want to take the fork out, place it here, place it away so you can get the feed flour and the Avian Health Shake. So you it'll come with a green measuring spoon in the Avian Health Shake. So we do one green spoon of the Avian Health Shake. And oftentimes we do as much as we need. So now you add the feed flour. You can add as much feed flour as we want. You don't have to measure it. If you want to measure it, that's totally you, but we don't. So once you have some in there, you want to mix it together with the eggs and the coconut oil. The coconut oil is used to make sure that it doesn't stick to your hands. It's just for your hands. It's okay for the chickens. So you want to mix it together. So you want it to be a Play-Doh consistency. So you mix it up. If it's not the consistency of Play-Doh, then you add some more feed flour, like mine is. So you keep adding until you are good. And then once you're good, you want to start kneading it with your hands. And that's what I do anyway. If you don't want to do that, that's fine, because there's raw egg in this, and yeah. So you keep mixing And you use the fork to blend it in together. So you mash it down and you scoop it and you mash it down. And so once it's to about, it won't be too sticky. You don't want it to be too sticky, but you want it to be a little sticky so that it stays in their mouth, because I know that Chippy Chip likes to throw it out and at us when we feed her. So that's not fun because she throws it on the floor. But we also have another chicken who likes to come into the house and eat it off the floor. So if you get stuck in this situation, you take it off the fork, and if it looks kind of like that, you just want to get it in your hands and you just want to knead it so that it gets all incorporated. And you see here, it's kind of, you can kind of mold it, but you want it to be nice and firm. But that'll also happen in the refrigerator. So once you've got this done, you put it in the refrigerator for an hour or two to harden it up. But this isn't ready, so I just want to keep mixing it up and squashing it and incorporating all that feed flour. As you can see, I still have feed flour left in the bottom, so what you want to do is you want to put that in there and just coat it in the feed flour, the molded that you already have. And down in the description I will list the ingredients here so you can know the ingredients. And you don't have to come and watch the video over and over again if you want to. So you just keep incorporating it and fold it and squash it until it's the right consistency. So again, the consistency you want is a Play-Doh-like consistency. So you just keep kneading it until you feel like it's like Play-Doh. If you see that it's sticky here, then you want to add some more feed flour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add it to the bowl and then dunk this into the bowl. As you can see, it's getting really sticky on my hands, so you don't want that because it'll just stick to your hands and it won't go in the chicken's mouth. So how we make the feed flour is we put it in the blender, their regular feed, and we blend it up until it's very fine. It's like a very fine powder. So then it molds well in the eggs and the coconut oil. We definitely prefer coconut oil instead of anything else because that's the most natural for the chickens. So as you see here, it's getting less sticky because I added some more feed flour. So as you see, it's going to be this color. It's like a kind of beige brownish color. So you want that color. And so once you've got the right texture that you want and consistency, you want to get a Ziplock bag, which you need, like this one, a sandwich plastic bag, a Ziplock. And you put it in the Ziplock, you seal it, and then you mold it to fit into the bag. So you want it to just knead it on the ground or on the counter, wherever you are. So there, and that's the feed. So we will put this in the fridge for an hour or two, and then it will be perfect consistency to feed the chickens. I love you. I love you so much. Say bye, Chippy Chip. Bye.